Hello, everybody. Yes, Ava. Yes, Bandit. My beautiful babies who have learned the secret of treats. Just wait till the world is watching, then ask. They really are just like children. There you go, baby. Oh, whoopsies. Sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. It can stay there. She won't move. She won't let me pick it back up. Oh, I'm sorry. She's like, Mom, you didn't count to 3. Hello, Spider-Man. Thank you for being first. Hello, Nana Laura. Hello, C-Rex. Sleep sweet, Mama. Would you please stop tearing up my couch? Get him under there. That was perfect. That was so great. Hello, Jerry Matthew Boyd. Ooh, cool. I have no idea what that means. Not a clue. But it sounds great. I bet it was probably the excuse video, because that one's got like almost 2K. The one that I wanted, oh man. The one that I saw that was sitting at like 238, and then I asked everybody to go on and watch it. Hold on, there's a train. Hold on, Bandit, baby. Thank you, pretty girl. Yeah, so I asked everybody to go watch it. Give it a like, whatever. And I went back and looked, and it had like 400 and some views, and I was like so excited. Like, yay, 200 views in less than an hour. Let's see if we can get it to 1K. I looked at the live stream count. So it's still sitting at 238, but it's okay. It's okay. Not everyone is meant to be a winner. Oh my goodness. Hello, Eileenie Carlin. Hello, Manuel. Bandit is saying hello. Hello, Catherine Gaston. That was so cute. Oh my gosh. I love She's a Maker. Hello, C-Rex, sweetie. I know I said hi to you, but thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. Yeah, hype it. Hype it. Yes, these two actually like each other. Well, okay, Billy doesn't like Bandit as much as Bandit likes Billy. Bandit wants to be Billy's friend, and Billy runs away. But Billy does not attack. That's key in this house. I hear you, Earl. I hear you, Earl. Come on in. Everybody's waiting for you. Oh my, he's got the zoomies. He just zoomed away. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's like all the best ones. All of the best ones need to be hyped. Cuz it's funny, the ones that are really super amazing and funny, they fall flat as far as views. The one with the guy yelling ladder of yuck. Yeah, that one only got a couple hundred views. The one where the lady had her bathrobe on and a shower cap, bonnet, and was scratching her humidity during court. That same thing. Yeah. Yeah, well, and then you throw in Tiny Kitten Esquire, which Billy can't stand. And Billy and Tiny Kitten are constantly at it. They are fight, fight, fight. Yeah, it's just it's a wild zoo around here. A zoomy zoo. Hello, Jenny Green Honey. Yes, always. Always. Okay. I don't know how to do that. The Discord was created by Sir Philip and Auntie M. Hey, quit pulling my stuff off of my desk. Quit knocking everything down. Quit it. Oh, how dare I? How dare I have stuff on my desk? My gosh. It's my desk, not your desk, my desk. She says, yeah, we'll see about that. I quit. Right back for it. She really is so beautiful. She's got the prettiest eyes ever. You never get to see her eyes. They're so unique. They're so unique. And she's such a sweetheart. I love her. But she's also a pain. Meow. 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 Don't look at me in that tone of voice. Oh. Hello, Sandy Herd, honey. There's a plus next to text on Discord that will allow you to add a channel. Ooh, okay, cool. Thank you. I will work on that later. Hey, no. Hey, Earl is allowed to be here. Earl's my buddy. Is that tail whipping? She is not happy that Earl just walked in the room. Hi, Earl, baby. Come here, buddy boy. Earl, come here. There's my handsome man. Aw. Oh, Ava, it's okay. Earl sounds so much like girl. So every time I say Earl, Ava gets mad that she's not being pet at that moment. There you go, baby boy. You're a good boy. I'll put a few treats over on that table. There, you and Billy can share those. Bandit, you already had a handful. Take a few more and get on with it. Oh, man. Same, friend, same. Well, you can fight Billy, Earl, and Bandit for them. I think Tiny Kitten is in the house. I don't know where she's at right now, but she's in the house somewhere. Okay, we have fun. We have fun stuff. We have paternity from prison. We have a man that I am certain is under the influence. Judge never calls them out on it. Shocking. And then we are going, and those are both in Texas, where they don't play. And then we are going to go to Michigan, and we're going to see, I think there were 7 different moms claiming cases against this dude. Yeah, I think it was 7. I might be wrong. We'll find out together. It was a lot. It was a lot. A lot. Food girl. Food girl. Oh, Sandy Hurd. Oh. Anesthesia snuggles. Take advantage of them while you can. All right, guys. It's like 2 hours. Well, an hour and 45 minutes. And then there's, my little, I got to jump in every once in a while to keep YouTube happy. So there's a little of that. So I hope y'all brought your popcorn, your drinks, your pork rinds, your ice cream, whatever it is you want. But yeah, buckle up for these. These are fun.
All right, Mr. Welch, you got something?
Yes, Your Honor. It is 346 732. And I should note, Your Honor, I apologize for my lack of preparation on this, but there's an unusual situation. Essentially, Your Honor, Mr. Henderson, he's on the phone with Miss Patterson. Apparently, Miss Patterson is his mother. Mr. Henderson's actually imprisoned. And according to the TDCJ, and I sent the TDCJ record for him to Miss Molina. This is an establishment case, and apparently Miss Patterson, according to her, is has him on her phone, like he's calling in and she's paying for minutes. So I figured, Your Honor, it'd probably be best to have this one being heard. So
He's in TGJC and not in a county anywhere, correct?
correct, Your Honor. He's apparently at the, let me check, Luther facility.
What's
Navasota. He's in Navasota, apparently.
what's the cause again, please?
This is 351567.
They're really small unless you can really.
Whoa, okay. Okay, yeah, I got your exhibit, and thanks for using a 4-point font.
I apologize, Your Honor. I don't know how that.
I can read it. I can see most of it. So yeah, okay. All right, it does show us his. I can't read the fine print now at the bottom, the offense history, but I'll let you tell the court what that is. Okay.
I can print it out again, Your Honor. I can try to print it out again.
What's that cause number again? Is 351-567?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm thinking they'll both agree.
As long as he's authorized to do what he's doing through his mom, that'll be fine. I thought it might be something else. So yeah, but I know when he's coming in from TJC, it's something different. All right, then is Miss Henderson present? I mean, Miss Grant present.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, you ready to go on this one then?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, we're on the record, and this is Bell County Cause number 25 DFAM 351-567. This is in the interest of Henderson Mayor Child. Non-custodial party is Marcus Henderson. Custodial party is Samira Gant. And this is before the court on a written petition to suit affecting parent child relationship with an AOP. Court taking judicial notice of the court file. Note for the record. Both parties, let's see, there was a request for a court hearing where Ms. Gant made an appearance, and that Mr. Henderson was served a citation back in March 2025. So both parties are properly before the court this time. And I asked the state for an opening to tell the court what the state's requesting we do here today. And again, I've got Exhibit A, but I can see it's the inmate information, but I cannot read the print as far as what the charges are or the time frame that the father's going to still be remaining in custody. So at this time, I'll let the state go ahead and tell the court, give the court an opening statement, tell the court what the state wants to do, what you understand agreements and contests to be, and what you understand his terms going to be and how long he's going to be in there and what the actual charges are. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. So the state asked the court for a final order today, setting current child support, any medical support or dental support. So I'm not sure if Ms. Gant has any private health or dental. But even if she does, Your Honor, everything would need to be zero like that, because the state understands that Mr. Henderson is currently imprisoned in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Luther facility in Navasota. His projected release date is in 2030. And his parole eligibility date is already passed in 2022, but it does not appear he's scheduled for release or anything like that. His offense history is that burglary of habitation with intent to commit theft happened in 2021, sentence of 10 years. And then another one, aggravated assault, bodily injury with deadly weapon, sentence date 2021, just like before. And the sentence is 10 years. Your Honor, I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure what the parties will want, because of the fact that apparently, according to Ms. Patterson, she is his mother and she is on the phone with him and she's paying for him to talk.
She's the conduit. I get it.
So I figured, Your Honor, it'd be best to just get this done as quickly as possible. As for retroactive support, Your Honor, the state's not asking for that. I'm not sure what Ms. Gant will want, but the state doesn't. We don't need to ask for that. I asked the court to make appropriate rulings on conservatorship and visitation. As for non-disclosure, I'll ask Ms. Gant and Mr. Henderson if they have any safety concerns with each other, because I'm not sure who the victims of these offenses are. And then I asked the court to apportion court costs, and the child is a little bit under 5, and this is an attorney establishment case, Your Honor. Well, actually, no, this is. Actually, that's incorrect, Your Honor. This is acknowledgement of paternity case. There we have the paternity on file that was attached to our plating. So name change isn't really here. So I think that's about it, Your Honor.
All right, then let's get some testimony from the parties. Obviously, folks, I'm limited to what I can do here as far as what the rights the father can have, and obviously, under the law, he's been in jail for the last 90. He's going to be in jail for the next 90, so I can't order any type of support going forward. Can't look back at the last 4 years. Obviously, he's been incarcerated, so that's going to do the retro down to zero. Can't order that. So I'm going to be looking at just setting up the paternity and technically having to wait until Mr. Henderson is out of custody of the state of Texas, and then at that point figure out what his rights are going to be going forward based on his circumstances and whether or not he's on parole or on parole from TDJC or whether or not he serves his full sentence. That's going to happen. That's going to be a factor. So there's only so much I can do today's date. The only thing I can do is based on what the circumstances are today. And that's to set up the conservatorship. As to mom, I'll probably look at giving dad possession for conservatorship. But again, since he's is incarcerated, and I don't know what his terms and conditions are going to be until he gets out, I'm not probably looking at setting up anything as far as the rights under that until we know what those circumstances are. But maybe we can get some testimony from him and hopefully he'll be out long before the 2030, but we'll see. Anyway, at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and ask both Mr. Henderson and Ms. Gant to raise your right hands and let me swear you in, please. Do you vote? And unmute yourselves. All right, do you both solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you're gonna give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you?
So help me God.
Yeah, just so help you's fine, man, no problem. And Ms. Patterson, you got your son on the line, sir, ma'am?
Yes, I do. Go ahead, Marquis.
Okay, sir, you so swear to tell the truth?
Yes. Yeah, my name is Marquis Henderson.
You're supposed to say I do. He said, do you say I do?
I do.
Okay, Mr. Henderson, did you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you?
Yes, sir.
All right, then you're officially under oath. The state's going to ask you questions, sir, and the mother answer the questions. And at the end of the hearing, if there's any type of closing statement you wish to make, I'll let you go ahead and do that at that point, sir. But for right now, you just need to listen to the questions and answer the questions that the state's asking you to the best of your ability. But this time, I'll let you go ahead and proceed, Mr. Welch. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. State calls Samira Gant. What is your full name?
Samira Lakagant.
All right. What is the full name of the child in this case?
Marquise Dion Henderson Jr.
And so when was Marquise Jr. born?
September 25th, 2020.
So how old is Marquise Jr.?
He's about to turn 5 in September, so he's 4 now, as of now.
All right.
Really quick confession that I have to make. So, San Diego, I love you to pieces. And every time you come in, you say GE. And up until exactly at this moment, I thought maybe you lived in a different country at one point and that was high. You know, like JA is ha in some languages. And I just realized that means good evening. I love you. Thank you. I'm so dumb.
Do you have access to private health insurance for Marquise Jr.?
Is that like through my job?
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do have access, but I really can't afford it. So I have him on. I'm supposed to be enrolling him into CHIP soon. My deadline is like October 14th.
You don't know how much that costs?
They have an enrollment fee of $35.
Is that $35? Is that per month, or is that just a one-time fee?
Let me get the letter. It's a one-time fee. It's application fee, from my understanding.
All right. And what about
Okay.
private dental insurance?
Dental insurance, he does have private dental insurance through my job, yes.
You know how much that costs?
Out of each check, no, I don't know. But I can look it up.
Do you understand that the court could order, you provide private health and dental, but that if the court did, you wouldn't get any reimbursement?
Yes, sir.
So would you prefer the court ordering that, or would you prefer the child to be on government medical?
I would prefer for him to be on the government medical because since I only have him on dental with me, it saves me more money.
All right, and I guess just to establish, you agree that Mr. Henderson is currently imprisoned?
Yes.
And do you know how long?
Yes, sir.
So how long has he been in prison?
He's been in prison for pretty much my whole child's life since he was born, before he was born. So
And do you understand he'll be imprisoned until about probably 2030 unless he gets out early?
yes, sir.
All right. When's the last time he has met with the child?
I want to say when he graduated from like his program, I took my son and my son and I both went down there to his graduation to support him in it.
So when you mean graduated, when are we talking about? What date? Or give me general.
I'll say approximately, I want to say January. Let me look at my calendar.
January of this year?
Yes, sir. Let me see. Actually, no, that was December.
December of last year then.
Yes, sir.
All right. So we don't need to get into details of this man, but were you the victim of any of the charges he's currently in prison for?
No.
All right. Do you have any safety concerns with him?
I mean, I don't think that he will just come and like hurt us, but there's always potential there. I mean, let's be real.
All right. Has he ever physically assaulted you or verbally threatened you?
No,
All right. Or has he ever done one of those two things to the child?
he ain't been around for us, so no, he hasn't had the opportunity to.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, man, we're back in just a moment. I'll let the state call your next witness, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. State calls Marquise Henderson, Sr. What is your full name, sir?
Henderson.
All right. So are you currently imprisoned?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm currently incarcerated in prison right now. Yes, sir.
All right. When did you begin your incarceration?
I've been incarcerated in prison since August of 2020. I think it was August 20th, 2020 or 21st, something like that.
So the kid's whole life.
That's fine, sir. That's fine. And so you're scheduled to be released in 2030. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And the two charges that the two convictions that you're in prison. Sir. So the two convictions you're in prison for are the burglary, habitation, and the aggravated assault.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm incarcerated for. Yes, sir. I'm incarcerated for that.
Do you have any safety concerns with Ms. Gant?
He said, do you have any safety concerns with Ms. Gant?
Do I have any what?
Safety concerns.
Oh, no.
All right. When's the last time you met with the child in this case?
I talk to my son on a regular basis, but the last time I saw him was December of my graduation.
And that was last year?
Yes, sir. December of last year. Yes, sir. December of 2024. That was my graduation. Last time I got to see my son. But I talk to my son on a regular basis.
All right. And when you get regular, do we mean like every couple weeks, or you don't need to give me like exact?
I got a USAA number for whatever reason it finally took.
Mr. Gaunt, let me mute you. So So, Mr. Henderson, wait, could you repeat that?
Yes, sir. I said last time I seen my son was when
He said, how often do you talk to him?
him at least twice a week. You know, due to some hour schedule and the things she got going on. So at least twice a week.
All right. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right then, folks. Here's the deal, folks. Again, right now, I'm looking at the circumstances because the father's in TCJ. I've got to set up the serviceship based on the charges that the father has received. I got to set up the mother as a sole managing conservator, him as a possessor conservator. And normally there's a bunch of rights under possessory conservatorship. But because the father is incarcerated, yeah, it's kind of, I can't set up those rights until he is not, until he's out. So the norm is for me to go ahead and once he gets out, for him to come back before the court, and then we'll set up child support and court ordered visitation and everything else. But all these items have to be done while someone is out in the free world. So at this time, I want to start with you, sir. Is there something specifically you're requesting the court to do as far as this case is concerned, other than establish you as the father, set up zero child support, and ask that these matters all be taken up once you get out of it, when you're no longer incarcerated, and you can have regular visitation, and the court can set up regular child support. So is there anything specifically you're asking for at this time, sir?
He talking to you, Marquise. He says, is there anything in Pacific you're asking for at this time? Viv?
Well, sir, I was notified. See, I've been incarcerated since the day of my son's birth. And my baby mama notified me maybe like years later that, you know, that there might be another father or something like that. And she was talking about a paternity test. So I'm thinking like that's what this is. I'm not sure. So I was saying like if that can be ordered, so that can be like, you know what I'm saying, handled.
He said that.
I heard what he said.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that hasn't been. No one filed any pleadings to that effect. We've got your acknowledgement paternity showing that you and the mom told the state of Texas 5 years ago that you were the parents, and that is now a final orders for. Well, that's a final determination by the state of parentage. No one has requested the court to order DNA testing at any juncture in this matter. So, it's not before the court this time.
Well, he had no knowledge of that. He don't recall even signing no fraternity papers or
Okay,
anything.
ma'am, you cannot speak. I'm sorry, ma'am. Unless you're a licensed attorney, you can't speak for him. Does the state have a copy of this? I don't. Let me double check the court file.
It should be
Okay.
filed.
What is?
It should be filed with the court, Your Honor.
Okay.
And it's attached. There are two versions. One of them's been signed by him. The other one's signed by her.
Right. So, I've got two acknowledgements of paternity. I got a copy of the acknowledgement of paternity. It shows that Ms. Gant signed hers on 3/11/2021, and it involves the child at this time when the parties were saying that he was the biological father. And I have one that has your signature on it, sir. That looks like it was filed back on the 12th day of February of 2020, and it has your name as being agreeing that you are the biological father of the child in this case.
Yes, sir. I do remember that. Yes, sir. And that's why, like, I never like questioned it. Like, I believe that that's my son. I always thought that was my son. But all of this entire situation, that's what I thought this was, because that's what my baby mother told me. Well, Samara, that's what she told me, that this is. So I didn't even. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Here's the deal, sir. Right now, this is just a hearing to officially establish paternity at this time. There's no one filed a motion before the court asking for DNA testing, and right there, and that motion, and that is not before this court. I got to have pleadings on file.
You have 1 minute left.
And right now, the only thing I've got on file is the state's original petition and service and notice that they're asking for me to go ahead and make a legal finding of paternity.
Yeah, and Mama said that her baby boy doesn't have any recollection of signing anything. And then the son gets on and speaks and says, yeah, I remember signing that. I bet that's gone on his whole life. Mama tries to get him out of every little bit of trouble that he's in. Yeah, he's in prison. He's in prison. And his mama's holding the phone to the camera via collect call from the prison.
And hold abeyance the circumstances dealing with child support and visitation going forward until dad gets out of jail. So again, and so sir, are you requesting DNA test at this time?
He says you're requesting a DNA test at this time. Marquise, answer before you hang up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He said yes, sir.
No, I heard it. All right, then. I tell you what, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna look at this file. Right now, ma'am and sir, he's already been there's a time frame to go ahead and rescind the acknowledgement of paternity that's
Thank you for using Securus.
so
Bye.
so the bottom line is under the laws of the state of Texas, I don't have to grant a paternity test. I'm thinking I'll let the state ask that question of the mom to see what she wants to do, and we'll take it from there. All right, Mr. Welch, you want to recall the mother?
Yes, Your Honor. And I should note for the court, the state has to object to the DNA, as you know.
I know. But and again, I don't want to waste money on the state's money. But let's go ahead and question mom. And did she ever tell him that there's a possibility that he's not the father? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. State recalls Samira Gant, and just to make sure, Mr. Henderson, are you still online? Because I thought I heard something about that you only had a minute left.
Right, he's coming back on the line now. So it takes like 10 seconds. So he's coming on now.
We'll wait, ma'am. Just let us know when he's back.
Okay, sounds good.
Hello. From
Marquise Henderson.
an inmate at Luther Unit. This call is being recorded and is subject to monitoring. To accept this, thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Go ahead. He's here, sir.
All right, then go ahead and ask mama questions now. Thank you.
All right. So Ms. Gant, is Mr. Henderson the father of Marquise Jr.?
He was the last person that I was with. With that being said, I did get pregnant in high school at 16, like in the middle of COVID. So, we were out of school and we were classmates at that time that we were having intercourse. And I did to let him know and his mother know at the time that I did become pregnant, that there was a possibility that it could be a different father involved. So I did let him know, yes.
Okay. All right, then, Mr. Welch, I'm going to go ahead and grant it. All right, yeah. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and grant the DNA. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to get back next time, sir, for this hearing, but the bottom line is if the DNA test comes back positive, I'm going to be looking at establishing you as the father, but I'm going to hold off on giving you rights under the conservatorship, obligations under conservatorship, until you get out of TDCJ, and I can see whether or not you're 100% served or you're on some type of parole, because the terms and conditions of parole have to be considered in dealing with anything in that court order going forward. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and, like I say, order DNA. I'm going to reset this matter for a hearing once we get that back. And if you're available to attend, sir, that'll be fine. But again, it's not going to, if I'm going to find you the father, I will hold in advance all the rights that you would have until you get out of jail, sir. So, it is what it is. All right. And at this time, sir, do you have any other questions?
He said, do you have any other questions? How the DNA? Go ahead. What was it? You asked him.
Get this process with the DNA. How long does this? I'm sorry.
DNA test usually takes about 2 months, sir. We should get results there. You'll be contacted to take the test within the next 30 days or so.
So I think he's concerned about that. He'll come to where he's at to do that, right?
Yeah, yes.
They'll do it at his facility. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's actually easier for us to do DNA for someone who's imprisoned. So.
Yeah, it's real quick and it's real easy, ma'am. So yeah, so I expect we're going to be back. This is the last of August. We should be back sometime the last of October or the 1st of November to finalize this.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
All right. Now, Ms. Gann, any questions, ma'am?
How would I go about doing the paternity test? And then once we do get the results of the test, say possibly that he's not the father, how would we go forward with the AOP?
Okay, well, sir, ma'am, if it comes back positive, obviously we go. If we, like I said earlier, I'll just have to hold in advance. I'm gonna set up custody visitation. I'll give you custody. I can't order child support, and we'll come back after Dad gets out. If it comes back negative, we'll dismiss S to him, and then we'll try to get with you to figure out who the real father is at that point. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions, ma'am?
That
All
was
right.
all of them.
All right, ma'am. Like I said, it's gonna take about 60 to 75 days, and we'll probably be able to wrap this one up one way or the other. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right, Mr. Welch. Anything else, sir?
I just want to make sure I've got it. So, DNA order, we're resending this case for a hearing probably at the end of October. I'm probably, I think we got a good date on October 30th. There's no cases and it's a regular docket. And then any other things, Your Honor? Just the DNA and the reset?
Yeah, just a DNA to reset, and again, I'll make my notes there. I've got it. I've got all the testimony I need for a final order if the test come back positive. Okay.
All right, Your Honor.
The only thing I need to do is update to make sure Dad's still in TDCJ. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank y'all very much. Everybody's free to go, and we'll see you. We'll see you the day before Halloween. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Yes, sir.
And so, Ms. Patterson, did she leave too? Well,
Yes, sir. I'm here.
you're free to leave, ma'am. I'm not going to send you the order to send because he can't sign it anyway. But I guess, yeah. Have a good day, ma'am.
Everybody's free to go.
Oh.
Thank you. Is he in?
Yes, Your Honor. Both parties are present.
All right. Let's get this one on the record. At this time, the court's going to go ahead and call Lampasas County calls number 24 DC 23,471. This is in the 27th Judicial District Court of Lampasas County, Texas. And this is in the interest of Dietrich minor children, non-custodial party being Joshua R. Dietrich, custodial party being Cassandra Nicole Macera. And this matter before the court on a suit for affecting parent-child relationship, straight out SAPSR. Court will note that we've been operating under a temporary order since the first day of April. Both parties have previously been noticed and served. Both parties are present. The enlightenment is present. The court did appoint San Miguel to get information concerning possible criminal convictions in terms of conditions of probation and or parole in those circumstances. So anyway, the court will note, understanding is everybody's present at this time. So I'll ask the state for an opening to tell the court what the state's requesting we do here today. And I ask the state to tell the court whether or not this is going to be a final or a further temporary order. And I'll also ask the ad litem for an opening to tell the court what she's discovered on behalf of her client and what she's requesting for in behalf of her clients at this time. So I'll start with you. Folks, I always start with the lawyers who tell me what we're going to be having a hearing about. At the end of the hearing, if either of you have specific closing statements or closing arguments you want to make, you can do so as your own pro se litigant, so long as it's relevant to what we're doing here today. So at this time, I'll let the state go ahead and proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state would like to finalize. I believe that's not going to probably happen today, Your Honor. Ms. San Miguel has some requests for you. I guess she'll need both requests and guidance.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, I'll defer to you on how you want to address that.
All right. Okay. And is the state requesting any type of modification of the temporary order we're already operating under?
No, Your Honor. While I do believe Ms. Dietrich, he may have private health insurance, which is different than what we're currently in, which is government medical. He was not present when we did our temporary order. I think we'll need more information about that just to make sure it's not actually subsidized or something like that. But I'm safe fine with the temporary order as is.
All right, thank you. All right, folks, let's go ahead and your opening at this time, then, Ms. San Miguel. Thank you.
Yes, Judge. So I was able to speak with both parents and what they both wanted and why. I did also pull the prior CPS case or cases, as well as the criminal case on Mr. Dietrich, and did confirm that he is currently on probation.
CPS cases, like multiples. Oh, this is already starting out with a yikes.
He is testing on a monthly basis. However, I wasn't able to confirm what type of testing and if there's been any positive or negatives. If it was drug testing alone or alcohol testing alone or a combination of the two. But more importantly, I'm asking to reset the case, because I also spoke with the children, and the children relayed that they do not want any visitation of any kind. We went through all of the forms of supervised, unsupervised, phone calls, even letters, and they want no visitation whatsoever. And I do believe that the information is coming from them, and it's because of past abuse by the father, is what they relayed. However, I was hoping to get to an agreement today, but we have no agreement. Because of that, then I would need the oldest, who is a teenager, to either testify in court or have both of the children do an in-camera, just an in-office meeting or Zoom meeting set up with you. So you can hear from the children as testimony. And I think we're all agreement to a reset. The issue is that further is that Mr. Dietrich has requested an in-person reset, which I don't have a problem with either way, whether it's Zoom or in person. I don't have an issue with that. However, Miss Macera, and I advise that we are already set in Lampasas tomorrow. I'm already going to be there tomorrow, so we could possibly do it as soon as tomorrow. However, Miss Macera is not available because she can't take off 2 days in a row. So I am requesting to either one of two things. If we do an in-person, that it's set out to give Miss Macera time to attend. And then if it's by Zoom, then I don't have as much of an issue with the child testifying by Zoom, as I am a little concerned with the child testifying in person with
right now, I
the
am
father
too.
there.
I'm sorry, I can't see the reason why this has to be live. I'll let him tell me why he wants it live. But it sounds like it's just something it's highly inconvenient. I don't want to, based on the information I'm getting, I may not want him anywhere near those kids. If I do it live, I may not let him anywhere near the courthouse. So again, it's
Yes, John.
so
and it's going to be held at the jail. And so I think that's very intimidating for the child. And I wouldn't want the child to appear in a jail in person with the dad.
They are still doing hearings in Lampasas at the jail, correct?
Yes. And so, but I could go to the child's school and do a Zoom, so that way he doesn't miss as much school, and then appear by Zoom would be more convenient. Or to not appear in court at all, with either, even the parents there, and just have visits with the children set up, or a Zoom visit, or in person, whichever you prefer, with just the kids.
Well, right now, I'm looking at probably doing a Zoom in chambers thing with you and the kids being present for that. And not having them having to testify, because again, they're still kids. Even though at 15 you think you're grown, you're not. Okay, nowhere near it. So yeah. So and again, I'll let him tell me why he feels like this needs to be live, other than yeah. Well, I'll let him explain the reasons why. But right now, I'm not seeing it. So again, with that in mind, what else, Ms. San Miguel?
That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right, let's get some testimony from everybody. But again, I'm looking at making this a temporary order, and then I'm looking at making doing it in chambers. And again, I don't want currently the courthouse is closed in Lampasas, so all matters have been held over to jail. And I need to talk to you about that, Ms. San Miguel. I need to find out some logistics about that for the court tomorrow. But that's so totally separate and apart from this case. It doesn't have anything to do with this case, but I want to talk to you before you get out of here on that. Anyway, I'll go ahead and swear the parties in. I will elicit testimony, and I'll see about allowing the kids to come in and testify and setting that all up. And again, when they're 15, I almost give them absolute rights as to how their schedule should be done. Again, the other child, I think, is only 10 this year. He's 10 now. He's going to be 11 this year. So we'll see about that also. But
Judge,
Mr. Dietrich, I'll address you in a moment, sir. Thank you. Anyway, let's go ahead and get some testimony. Let's get everybody under oath, and we're going to take it from there. So at this time, Mr. Dietrich, and ma'am, how you pronounce your last name?
Miss
Pardon?
Sarah.
Sarah. Okay. Mr. Dietrich, turn on the video. Ms. Sarah, raise your right hand, please. Thank you. And Mr. Dietrich, turn on the video and raise your right hand, sir. All right. Thank you, sir. Do you both solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give this court today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
All right, you're both officially under oath. I'm going to go ahead and let the state call you as witnesses. And then at the end of the hearing, sir, or after you complete your testimony, I will let you add anything else you think I need to know based, and again, this is not going to be a final order. This is looking at making this a temporary order. But I'll allow you to tell the court anything else you think I need to know based on what you think is in your kid's best interest, and based on your circumstances as your own legal rep in this matter. So at this time, I'll go ahead and let the state call your first witness, and we'll take it from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And just to be clear, so you want me to go over like the everything in the temporary order that we did previously, or
I need to go over anything you're asking me to change in the temporary order. They should already know about what's in the current temporary order. If you want to remind them, go ahead and do so, sir. Thank you.
well, I'm not asking for anything to be changed at this moment, Your Honor, but I'll go through it with them. State calls Cassandra Masira. What is your full name?
Cassandra Nicole Massera.
And what are the full names of the children in this case?
Joshua Ryan Dietrich II and Adlin Sue Dietrich.
All right. So when was Joshua Dietrich II born?
He was born August 30th, 2010.
So how old is he?
He's 14.
And so when was Adlin born?
She was born September 8th, 2014.
So how old is she?
She's 10.
All right. Do you have access to private health insurance for the children?
I do not at this time.
What health insurance is the children currently on?
They're currently not on health insurance.
Do you have access to private dental insurance for the
I do
child?
not.
Do you understand that the temporary order that was done back in April, it had you being ordered to provide health insurance through government medical?
Yes, and I applied twice for it.
And do you agree with the court continuing that?
Yes.
All right. And do you agree with Mr. Dietrich repaying for that government medical cash medical support of $87 each month beginning the first day of May 2025?
Yes.
All right. And do you agree to the current child support that's in the temporary order of $408 each month beginning May 1st, 2025?
Yes.
And you understand that when one of the children emancipates, that current child support would go down to $326.
Yes.
And do you agree as to the retroactive child support that was done in the temporary order, total amount of $7,740 as of April 1st, 2025?
Yes.
And do you agree that, of that repayment amount of $89 to repay that full amount, $89 each month beginning May 1st, 2025?
Yes.
And you understand that retroactive support, it's for the period between April 22nd, 2020 and April 1st, 2025?
Yes.
And you understand that as each child emancipates, that retroactive repayment would go up from the 89 to the 171 and then 497?
Yes.
And do you agree with the court ordering no retroactive medical or dental support?
Say that again?
Do you agree with the court not ordering any retroactive medical or dental support?
Yes.
And do you agree with the court continuing its finding of non-disclosure for you that was in the temporary order?
Yes.
Do you have any safety concerns of Mr. Dietrich?
Mr. Dietrich, yes.
Has he ever physically abused?
Mr. Welch, you don't have to go into details of what's in the temporary order.
Oh,
Just
all right.
understand that they're still there. So yeah, if we already granted non-disclosure, then yeah, we're good. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And you're also good with the finding of family violence against Mr. Dietrich that's in temporary order as well.
Yes.
Do you know what Mr. Dietrich's? Well, actually, Your Honor, pass the witness.
All right, thank you very much. Your witness, Ms. Sandegale, thank you.
When's the last time you had contact with Mr. Dietrich?
Last summer I ran into him in Walmart.
Okay. And was there any concern with that contact, that interaction?
Yes. I was standing at the self-checkout with Adlin and Joshua when he approached us kind of aggressively, and he almost hit Joshua with a shopping cart.
Okay. And then are you also aware of any events that happened at Mr. Dietrich's residence?
Recent events, yes.
All right,
Okay.
ma'am, here's the deal. You can only testify that what you are not witness to, not from what someone else told you other than Mr. Dietrich. Thank you.
Is there any reason that, given the events, that you would fear for safety or have any concerns for the children if they were to go to Mr. Dietrich's residence?
Yes.
Okay. And what are those concerns?
Just past physical abuse towards the kids, and there was an outcry for sexual abuse towards Adlin and also his stepdaughter, Angelina.
Okay. And do you have any information in regards to the children and their wanting to visit their dad or not visit?
Both kids have expressed to me that they do not want to have any kind of visitation or contact with their father.
Okay. Nothing further.
All right, anything on redirect, Mr. Welch?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then, ma'am, I'll be back in just a moment to allow you to make any type of closing statement or any other information you think the court needs to know. Because, again, you're your own lawyer, so you get to do that. And the same with him. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and let the state call your next witness, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. State calls Joshua Ryan Dietrich.
All right, Mr. Dietrich, state your full name for the record, sir.
Joshua Ryan Dietrich.
All right, sir. Let's start with the simpler things. So do you have access to private health insurance for the children?
I would if I signed them up this year in November, yes.
All right. And so what's the name of this health insurance?
It's from Marketplace, Baylor, Scott and White.
All right. And how much would it cost for just these two children here to be on it?
I think it's like $10 a person. It's what I'm paying for myself now. No, I think it's more like actually $40 a month.
So, you think it's about $40 per month for both children?
It might be a little more than that. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it.
All right. What about private dental?
Again, another thing I would have to look into, sir.
So you don't know?
I'm not sure what private dental costs.
I mean, well, I guess my question, sir, to clarify was, you do have access to private dental insurance for the children?
Everybody in the United States does, yes.
Sir, I'm asking what you think, sir. Yes or no?
The question is, sir, do you have current access to it?
No.
This is not the time to be a smartass.
Okay.
Can't afford my own dental.
All right. Next question, Mr.
Yes, Your Honor. So in the current temporary order, sir, the children are currently on government medical through Miss Masira. Are you okay with that being continued?
I mean, they need medical, yes, so I'm okay with them being on medical assistance.
And do you understand that there's that to repay for that, there's a cash medical support of $87 each month beginning the first day of May 2025?
Yes, I'm okay with that. I mean, I'm unable to work right now. I'm disabled.
Sir, we'll get to it. Do you agree or disagree with the current child support that was set in the temporary order of $408 each month beginning the first day of May 2025?
I disagree with that. I have no
All right. So,
way of making payments. I'm in the process of Social
sir,
Security disability.
I'll ask you why, but you gotta just answer the question. Then I'll ask for explanation.
All right.
Why do you disagree, sir?
Because I am able to work at the time and I was in the process of applying for disability so that I can pay. I was under the impression my children would get a check too.
All right. So, are you currently receiving SSI or SSDI?
No, sir.
Do you have a doctor who can testify as to any disabilities
I have multiple doctors.
right now that can testify right now?
Not right now as we speak, but I would have to get a hold of my doctors to have proof of medical disabilities, yes.
So, if the court resets this case for another day, could you have a doctor testify for you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, here's the deal, sir. I'll let you know up front. Doctors don't usually don't testify without subpoenas, and they still might not show up to testify. Get a physician to come in and testify, sir. That's great, but I want to let you know that's been very, very. I think I hadn't had a doctor testify before me in 5 years. Oh, I'm sorry, more than 5 years ago. 5 years ago was COVID. So since before COVID. Thank you.
All right.
I have signed documentation of disability
Here's the deal,
that I
sir.
sent you in a form of.
Here's the deal, sir. Documentation is what's called hearsay. Someone has to come in and prove that hearsay up, and it has to be the person that actually did the documentation. So anything you bring in is signed by somebody that's still not going to be good enough to be admitted in the court of law as evidence. You got to either have them show up and testify to it, or do the necessary paperwork that will be allowed it to be entered into evidence in its written form. And again, I know you're not a lawyer, but if you're going to represent yourself, you're held to the same standard if you were counsel, and you would have to get the necessary affidavits attached to make that admissible, sir. But I can let you know that much, but I can't tell you anything else, sir. Thank you.
All right, sir. Let's move on.
Okay, real quick, sir. I got a quick, sir. Do you have a lawyer representing you on this disability claim, sir?
No, sir. I'm in the process of looking for lawyers, sir.
All right. Have you already been denied by the Social Security Administration for disability?
Yes, twice, sir.
All right. When's the last time you got your last denial?
2024 in May.
Okay, so you got to start the process all over again and get another denial, and you got 30 days to get that appeal, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. You may proceed, Mr. Welch. You may proceed. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. So in the temporary order, sir, do you understand that retroactive child support, a total amount of $7,740 as of April 1st, 2025 is ordered?
So how that much money can...
But sir, do you understand or do you not?
No, I don't understand how that kind of money is already amounted in that little time.
You see why I believe he's impaired?
Sir,
and I haven't even seen my kids in 2 years.
Sir. So it's for the period of April 22nd, 2020 to April 1st, 2025, sir. Support that you should have given, but it wasn't ordered previously. All right. Now, do you agree to that amount and a repayment of $89 each month?
Mr. Welch, I've already found that. So again, he doesn't have to agree to it. You can go ahead and ask him that, and I'm pretty sure I know what the answers are going to be, but it's already been ordered, so you may proceed.
Well, Your Honor, if it's not necessary, then I'll just move on.
Sir, the court's already found that you should have paid child support during that time frame, sir, based on the fact that you are not disabled during that time frame by the federal government, and that because you weren't disabled, Texas has what's called the minimum wage presumption. If you're not disabled, you could be working 40 hours a week at minimum wage,
and you're still not disabled according to the federal government.
That's what that amount's based on, sir. And until you get disabled, that's what the law requires me to do, sir. I'll let you know that one on top, but you may proceed at this time, Mr.
And me and Miss Macera are not divorced, and we have not been separated for that long, so I don't know why.
Well, here's the deal, sir.
Going back so far.
Here's the deal, sir. I already had a hearing on it. I've already ruled on it. If you were here and didn't object to it, that's fine. That's one thing. If you weren't here and it was going to default, that's another. But for right now, sir, that's the order of this court.
We're going into default.
All right, sir. Let's move on.
Was the last hearing a default hearing, Mr. Welch?
Yes, Your Honor. We default,
Okay.
sir.
All right, also, go ahead and proceed. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have you ever been a member of the military or police, firefighter? Think heroic.
No, sir.
All right. And so the court understands, Your Honor, you did court costs as billed.
All right, that's still the ruling of the court. Thank you.
And then, all right, sir. Pretty much the last thing from me is non-disclosure. Do you know what that means?
Yes.
All right. So do you want non-disclosure?
Yes, I'd like non-disclosure
Why do you want it?
so that nobody knows my business.
Sir,
That's his answer, Mr. Welch. Move on.
yes, Your Honor. Pass the witness.
All right, any other witnesses at this time? I'm sorry, your witness, Miss San Miguel. Thank you.
Mr. Dietrich, are you asking to carry the children on the marketplace insurance?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so you want the children to remain on Medicaid, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. I'm unable to make money at the moment.
Okay, and to the best of your knowledge, is the Medicaid based off of your income or Miss Macera's income?
I have no clue. Under my knowledge, I'm unaware of any income or addresses.
So
I
you
have
never
no
applied
idea
for
where the
Medicaid?
children even reside.
Okay. And what are you asking the court for in regards to visitation?
As far as visitation, I would like to have at least phone calls until we can lead to meeting up at a Dairy Queen and having a burger. I mean, it's been 2 years since I've seen them. They've had 2 years of manipulation. It would be nice to be able to just at least talk to them on the phone.
Do you understand that the children have requested no contact?
Yeah, and it'd be nice to have a chance to talk to my children alone with a lawyer present or somebody else present to be able to have a conversation where their mother hasn't manipulated them.
Okay. And in regards to that, what about a counselor? Would you be willing to meet with a counselor in regards to the children?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you feel the children would benefit from having a counselor?
Possibly.
Okay. And if you claim that you believe the children are manipulated, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the basis of your allegation?
I have not been around the children in 2 years, and I'm still getting the allegations and manipulation. I mean, my kids, I have videos of my kids wanting to see me and talk to me and tell me they miss me. As soon as their mother ended up getting the rest of her stuff and moved in with her new boyfriend, I had I got shut off. And then allegations came out, and I feel like it's a ply. She's weaponizing the system against me. She's weaponizing my children against me. It's a ploy.
How old are your videos?
Since the last time I've talked to my children, there are probably 2024 in April.
Okay, so you have had contact within the last 2 years then?
Brief contact, yes, ma'am. And
Okay.
as to collaborate with her story of running into them in Walmart, I drove behind them, followed them. Like, I guess we met up on 4th Street, and I came behind them at the light to go into Walmart, and I pulled in. They got out of their vehicle, they went in the store, and I showed up moments later, and I did not hit my child with the shopping cart. I actually approached them. I asked them about seeing them, and she automatically spouted it off, said, well, they don't want to see you. And I said, well, my children can tell me that. And my son kind of mumbled, oh, I guess.
Sir, stop. Don't say anything someone else said. You can't testify to that, sir. That's here.
That sounds like stalking. That definitely sounded like stalking. I saw them driving. I followed them. They went into Walmart and I went in a few minutes behind them. That's creepy.
Say.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Anyways,
Would you be agreed if the court order that the children attend counseling?
I'll agree to that.
Okay, and since we can't have hearsay or what the kids say or what anyone else says, if the children were set up with counseling and if the counselor wanted to have sessions with you or have sessions with you and the children, would you be willing to attend?
I'm willing.
Thank you. No further questions.
All right, sir. Real quick, how many have you ever had? I'm sorry. Have you ever been criminally convicted of any misdemeanors or felonies in the state of Texas, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's start with felonies. What have you been convicted of, sir?
I have a felony for, I guess, convicted family violence.
And when was that from? Time frame?
2023, October 23rd.
All right. And was it involving the parties in this case?
My stepdaughter, sir.
All right. Any other convictions, sir?
No, sir.
All right. No felony or misdemeanor convictions?
No, sir.
All right. And the one felony conviction, was that out of Lampasas County?
Yeah, and it's adjudicated.
It's deferred?
Deferred, yeah.
All right. And that was done by Judge Gant?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry. You may proceed at this time, Mr. San Miguel. Thank you.
Mr. Dietrich, how many misdemeanor convictions do you have?
I'm not quite sure. I'd have to have my own record, and I don't have that information.
What are the type of charges you've been arrested for?
For her mommy and daddy cries, I've had maybe.
What's the name of the criminal charge?
What are you getting at here?
Do you have any
here's
assault charges?
Pardon?
Do you have any assault charges? Do you have anything that involves violence? If you being violent, that would cause a concern or safety
Are you
risk
guys
for children?
weaponizing my past against me? Is
I'm
that what
asking-
this is here?
Stop. Here's the deal, sir. You don't get to ask questions back of the attorney. You're the witness. She asks questions. You answer the questions, and you answer them truthfully to the best of your knowledge, sir. You don't get to say why she's asking it, because the bottom line, she's the children's attorney. She can ask questions of whether or not you have any criminal convictions. That's relevant, sir. So stop trying to say everybody's weaponizing everything against you, and just answer the question. If you don't know the answer, say you don't know. But obviously, if you've been convicted, you should know.
I don't know.
Okay. Since do you know if you have convictions of more than 5 or less than 5?
I've had no convictions to my knowledge.
You don't have any arrests for assault?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then why would the affidavit in the CPS case outline several different charges for assault?
Because I've had calls to my estate.
Okay. And have they been family violence connected?
Yes, outcries.
And have they involved the mother of the children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have they involved the children themselves?
Not up until the last call that has ever happened.
Okay. But you claim you have no, you have arrests, but you don't have convictions for assault or assault family violence?
As far as I know.
Okay. And then what other types of misdemeanors you have? You said you couldn't recall. Is there anything involving drugs or alcohol?
I might have had a DWI in 2021.
Okay. Do you have any restrictions from the DWI?
No, ma'am. That was also deferred.
Okay. Thank you. And has there been any recent events at your house that would cause a safety concern for the children being at your residence?
Not at my house, no, ma'am.
Okay. On the property that you live?
We did have an incident in the 2 years that I haven't seen my kids. Yes, unfortunately, yesterday, out of 2 years, we had my nephew who escaped, and we haven't seen in 2 years, showed up at my mom's house and had the police chase him, and it's irrelevant.
So we're only talking about an incident that actually involved.
And that was not my residence. That was my parents who live
Okay. Again, sir,
in a different household.
particular incidents that involved you as the person that that initiated the incident, sir?
No, none of that involved me.
Okay, on your property, was there a shootout?
No, ma'am.
Was property damaged in regards to gunshots?
Not my property, and no, there was no gunshots.
Okay, was your parents' home damaged?
Yes.
Okay, and then this standoff with the police, this individual, was that person also an accused person who that was alleged to have hurt the children as well in the past?
Under my knowledge, no, ma'am. What are you getting at here?
Ma'am, sir,
Judge.
sir, you answer the question, sir. That's it. Don't ask questions again. It's not your purview to do so, sir. You're a witness, not an attorney. Thank you.
My question, Mr. Dietrich, is the same person that was in the police standoff that yesterday, is that same person, that same name, also mentioned in the affidavit with allegations in which your children were briefly removed?
I'm not sure I'm understanding the question here.
Do you recall any allegations where Nathan Dietrich was named as a abuser of the children?
I'm not sure where you're going with this, but I don't know his
Just answer the
business.
question. I'm not. It doesn't matter where I'm going with it. I can explain that later. But
Okay, I don't know his business, and Cassandra and I were together when all that happened. So what is all this? Like, what is all this?
Okay, let's stop arguing with the attorney, sir. If you don't, I'm going.
Where are you going with this? Like, you're going around in circles.
Okay, sir, I'm getting ready to kick you out of the hearing. You understood? Stop asking questions about why someone's asking you questions. You're not allowed to do that, sir. You're a witness. Lawyers get to ask witnesses questions. If you so it sounds like the ad litem is alleging that this is the same gentleman that's been in other affidavits that the incident happened yesterday. Is also someone who's been responsible for incidences surrounding your children. So again, listen to the question, answer the question, and stop your answer once you've answered it completely, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Dietrich, do you own the property?
No,
the
ma'am.
property that you reside on? Okay. So you don't have any control over who comes and goes from that property, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Who owns the property?
My parents.
Okay. So do you understand the concern that someone who is in a who is in a shooting 2 days before yesterday in a police standoff on the property that you reside on is the same property that you're requesting to have the children come visit you at? Do you understand that to be a concern of mine?
Yes.
Do you understand that there is a concern that the same
There's no
person...
concern no more. The person is gone. He's going to jail. We all know that.
Okay.
All right, let's move on, Mr. San Miguel. Thank you.
Okay. No further questions.
All right, anything on redirect, Mr. Welch?
Just one question, Your Honor. Mr. Dietrich, how many children besides the 2 children in this case do you have? Biologically yours or adopted?
Biologically mine. Does it count my stepchildren? Altogether, I had 7.
No, sir. Stepchildren don't count. We're talking about biological children or adopted children only.
Oh, I have the 2 children with Miss Macera, Joshua and Adlin. And then I'm having a new baby born in November, Miss Camry.
Any others?
That's it. Just 3 biological children that I know of.
All right. That's it, Your Honor.
All right. Any other witnesses at this time, Mr. Welch?
No, Your Honor.
3 biological children that you know of? What?
Ms. San Miguel, any specific witnesses you wish to call at this time or recall, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Dietrich, you still there, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Dietrich, one of the issues before the court is I understand you're requesting the court to do a live hearing. And the court's failing to see the need to do this live based on the current circumstances of the courthouse facilities at land passes and the fact that under Texas law, we're allowed to do this on Zoom. So, sir, why should the court go ahead and try to do anything as far as a live docket hearing is concerning this matter is necessary?
It's easier to present evidence and things. I might need some time to get a lawyer too.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir, you're going to have the right to get a lawyer, and we're not looking at it coming back in this one. Mr. Welch, how far out we're looking at doing this?
I'll defer to you, Your Honor. I don't.
I'll defer to that latter. How much? Obviously, this thing is very, very fluid based on the last 4 or 5 days, ma'am. So, how long are you looking at going forward before you're ready to go for a final hearing, ma'am? And again, I'm still looking at making this a Zoom. I'm not looking about making this live. This doesn't seem like it's appropriate to do live. And the father is right. He can hire a lawyer to put in evidence for him. Otherwise, he's going to have to learn how to do it himself. And we know how that works out for lay people trying to enter evidence in the courts with the Texas rules of civil procedure and the Texas rules of evidence. So, and I probably couldn't do this until October anyway. Ms. San Miguel, what are you looking at, please?
I would defer to your schedule because the only thing that I need that I'm missing is to have an interview with the children, and so that would need to be set up. And other than that, any time is available.
All right, then. Well, definitely not doing this tomorrow is just not appropriate. It's just too much. It's not even 3 days notice. So let's go ahead and let me look at. I'll go ahead and listen to closing statements now, closing arguments from the lawyers, then closing statements and closing arguments from the parties. And then I'll let you know what my schedule looks like for the months of October, for the month of October on. So, but I'd like to try to wrap this up sometime in October. And I'm not sure. I don't think we have another docket set for this for the next 2 or 3 months for land passes anyway. So let's go ahead and see what we're going to look at doing here as far as October is concerned and everything else. But at this time, I'll go ahead and allow Ms. San Miguel. Is there anything else? I'm going to go ahead and allow closing statements and closing arguments from the lawyers and then from the parties. Thank you.
Your Honor, the only thing that I'm asking for as additional temporary is that the child be ordered to attend counseling. In that, I spoke with the youngest in particular who asked for counseling, or she referred to as therapy, and she said that she wanted to go back to her last therapist, that it's been several years since she's been, and that she wanted to go again. And then given the allegations and the he said, she said, I think it would be in the best interest of all the parties. I mean, specifically for the children, but for everyone in general, if the child has a third party therapist before we return.
All right, then, Mr. Welch.
Your Honor, so the state is asking for no changes to what the temporary order does regarding the current child support, health insurance, and the cash medical support, and the retroactive child support, and I guess the denial of retroactive medical and dental. State is asking the court to continue that non-disclosure finding for Ms. Sarah. State asks the court to rule upon Mr. Dietrich's request for non-disclosure. I have no position either way, Your Honor. State's fine with your court cost ruling as well. State defers to the court on all the other issues. And I guess, Your Honor, to address Mr. Dietrich's claims of disability, like I said, Your Honor, the state would require Mr. Dietrich to either be on SSI or SSDI to really convince me that, he is disabled, or to have some kind of doctor testify. As none of those are present, and he's already been denied twice, Your Honor. State asked for the court to keep that current child support, which was previously ordered, based off of gross monthly resources of $1,935 per month.
Where did those come from?
So,
Where did those numbers
and the
come
current
from?
child support, Your Honor, is $408 each month, beginning the first day of May 2025, and that cash medical is $87 each month, beginning the first day of May 2025.
I'd like to know where those numbers came from.
Sir,
Well, here's the deal, sir. Those are the numbers that were at the last hearing where you didn't show up, and we're not going to relitigate that without any proper motions before the court, sir, to modify or change that around. Again, I know you're not a lawyer, but hey, those are the rules. So you may proceed, Mr. Welch. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I guess also to address about Mr. Diedrich's private health, perhaps in dental. Like I said, Your Honor, you heard that he doesn't really know the amount, the cost of it. So while the state would prefer private health and dental through him, considering he doesn't know any of the costs and is willing to keep the child on the government medical, which is what's currently happening. Like I said, state's fine with keeping it on the government medical with that cash medical support. That's it, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Ms. San Miguel.
I'm fine with the temporary orders as is, and like I said, the only additional temporary request is that I have that the child be entered into therapy with the last therapist, perhaps, and I think she still has Medicaid, so it still would be covered under Medicaid. So there shouldn't be an issue with payment. However, if there are any additional costs for any reason, that the two parties split the cost 50-50.
All right, then. I will start with you, sir. Closing arguments, closing statements at this time. Thank you.
No, sir. No closing arguments.
Okay, Ms. Massera, anything else, ma'am?
No, sir, I don't have any at this time.
Well, of course she doesn't. Everything's all been said that needed to be said. And it painted a very clear picture.
All right, folks. Obviously, I'm looking at keeping this as is, going the temporary order again as is going forward. Again, this is only temporary, and we're looking at doing the final. Right now, I'm looking at, I have the afternoon available on October 16th at, and I'll let my sister confirm that there's nothing else on my calendar. Right now, I've got nothing else on my Zoom calendar for that afternoon. I got a morning hearing from 9:30 to 12 noon, so I've got 1:30 to 5 o'clock available for a final hearing on this matter. And at this time, I'm still looking at it on Zoom. I understand the father's request to make putting evidence in easier. Again, sir, the lay people don't know how to put in proper evidence. You need to seek legal counsel, or you got to learn how to do it yourself, sir. But right now, I do not see any reason to do so. I will grant in chambers, electronic in chambers with the children. I may set that up before this date, but I'll see. Ask Ms. San Miguel to confirm what would work for them as far as their school schedules are concerned, and set that up. And if nothing else, I will set them up by Zoom on that same date at 1:30. If that's all right with everybody, I'll let everybody check their schedules and confirm that we can do this on a special setting at 1:30 on October 16th. I'm going to go ahead, like I say, keep everything as per the temp. And I'm going to go ahead and, like I say, order the party, the child to go back into therapy if possible. And any uninsured medical is going to be split 50-50 concerning that circumstance. And I'm going to keep this on Zoom until unless there's another reason, unless the court finds a reason to do so after doing further investigation that it's necessary. But right now, I do not see it's necessary. It's just it'd just be a logistic inconvenience that is totally not necessary based on the circumstances the court has heard so far. At this time, Ms. San Miguel, obviously, I'm going to I'll check with you, Ms. Massera and Mr. Dietrich. I'm looking at doing a final on Zoom. You're the only hearing I'll have that afternoon on October 16th at 1:30. Does that work for each of you? And I'll start with you, Ms. San Miguel. If it doesn't work with you, it doesn't work for everybody. So,
Yes, Your Honor.
so is that date and time okay?
I will be 3 weeks out of surgery. I think if it's a Zoom, yeah, I think I'll be good.
All right. And Ms. San Miguel, that one works for you, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
I thought to make sure that was and Ms. Massera?
Yes, sir. It works for me.
All right, then. That's what I'm looking at doing, folks. And again, I'm looking at setting the kids up on that same date if possible with San Miguel. If it turns out that that's going to be inconvenience for the school or something like that, just let me know and we'll set the kids up separate and apart. So again, I'm keeping the temporary order as is, resetting this for final on that date. Is there anything else, Mr. Welch, that I need to add at this time?
No, Your Honor. I guess just to make sure I understand. So final hearing is set for October 16th, 2025 at 1:30 on Zoom. We'll keep everything in the temporary order as is, except that we're going to add on there. I might just add it to a reset order. The children are to undergo counseling, if possible, with the children's last therapist, and any uninsured costs are to be split 50-50 between the parties.
Yes.
And then, Your Honor, I guess this is more between you and Ms. San Miguel. Y'all will check about having when y'all could do the conference.
Right now, I'm going to go ahead and set it for that same date. But if I need to change, I'll let Ms. San Miguel verify that there's not something that they have to be in school for that date, or if there's any problems that date. Otherwise, I'll look at setting them up on a separate time and date.
They do attend two different schools because of the age differences.
Right, yeah.
So I would have to probably get one or get them both at the same school.
Okay.
Or have one done at one school, then I can do the traveling alone. Might be easier. Like if we have a set time before, have one child interviewed, and then
what time do they each get out of school? No one's in school after 4 o'clock, right?
Right. They get out about 3:15. All
right, then. So we start the hearing at 1:30. We can always do the hearing part, but I can always do the in-chambers part after we take a recess, and then do the in-chambers part starting at 4 o'clock. Okay. Hopefully, I know land passes has gotten bigger as heck in the last 10 years, but hopefully you can still travel. You can still get through it in 45 minutes. Okay. So yeah.
That way I can have them come to my office, and the children, they've met at my office before, and so they can come there after school.
All right. Thank you. All right. So let's go ahead, and I'll plan there in chambers for 4 p.m. on that same date. Okay. And confirm if that'll work out, Ms. San Miguel. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else, Ms. San Miguel?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Welch?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Dietrich?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Becerra?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Sarah, I know you have someone there with you. Please keep in mind, you can have anybody sitting in the room with you, but they can never give you, they can't be verbal. And if they're going to act as a witness, then that will disqualify them going forward. That will disqualify them as being a witness on that date if you want to call them as a witness if they're in the same room as you are. Witnesses are not allowed to be in the same room with the litigants or the until the court okays that to be this case. That way, they can't hear what's going on during the hearing and get information that they might testify to that what really is not their information, is what someone else testified to. So again, I'm just telling you that ahead of time. But if the person sitting next to you is not going to be a witness, then ma'am, then that's fine. But they cannot talk, and they cannot give you tell you questions to ask or anything like that. Understood?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. All right, everybody. That's a wrap, and everybody's free to go. And I'll see you. I'm getting ready to go ahead and make the Zoom code for the 16th, and you'll be getting that in the reset order along as far as being able to appear on that date. And we're off the record. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. All right. So just saying, I think you had something at 1:30 that you need to go to, or
Yes, I have another hearing at 1:30. But just so you know, Judge, that is Sergio. He's my paralegal. He's just there for technical support to help Miss Sarah operate.
I was sure she was in your office or at her house.
She's at my she's at my office, and he's just
don't
there.
Worry about it. Don't worry about it, then. I'm sorry. I thought that was she was at home, so never mind.
Well, I mean, Sergio, he looks like a fine guy, I'm sure that he wants to get wrapped up in this whole mess to the point where he'd have to testify, or maybe not.
Oh, and Miss Abigail, again, my understanding is that everything is still at the sheriff's department as far as the courtroom is concerned.
Yes, Your Honor, that's my understanding.
All right, now you've been in that courtroom?
Yes.
All right. The court has bad knees, and so that bench accessible, or am I going to look at having to doing this some other way?
It's on the first floor, and there's a ramp to get up to the sheriff's office that's flat, so you shouldn't have any issues.
Okay, how about the bench itself? That's my. I got courts that you wouldn't believe how steep. They don't have a ramp, and the steps are made for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in his prime.
It's
Okay.
it's very basic. It's a rolly chair with a 6-foot table. Is all you've got with other
Okay. All right.
with
That's
little plastic chair, whatever the portable chairs as the
okay. All right. I may bring my own
for
chair,
everybody else.
but I don't have to go up the steps or anything like that once I'm in the courtroom. Correct?
No, I think they might could pull you. I think from one of the offices, they might have a little more comfortable
Well, I
office
got extra chairs.
executive chair.
I might have the deputy.
Yeah.
I might have the deputies bring my chair in for me, but I can bring my own chair. That's not a problem. All right. All right. Thank you, ma'am. Just needed that data. All right. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, everybody's free to go, and we're off the record. Sorry, folks, the judge is just trying to deal with some logistic matters, and I will see everybody on this one, and I'm getting ready to go ahead and make the Zoom code now. Thank you.
All right, and so Mr. Dietrich, Ms. Masira, you both can leave. I'm going to set a reset order through DocuSign, and it's going to include the new ruling about the counselor. We'll just basically, the prior temporary order is still in effect. This just adds it on instead of having to write an entirely new temporary order. You'll get it through DocuSign. You'll have a chance to sign. If you don't sign, it'll still be submitted. Yeah, and that's it. Have a great day.
Okay.
Thank you.
Judge Hesley is the main one now for 87.
All right, who do we have at the jail, please?
Joshua Higley.
All right, Mr. Higley, there are a number of cases from the friend of the court's office that are going to be, I'm going to arraign you on. So let me call all those cases and then we'll get started. This is a matter of following cases involving Joshua Higley, file 10-13805-DP. Next case is Joshua Higley, file 24-19573-DS. Next case is Joshua Higley, file 12-14492-DS. Next case is Joshua Higley in file 18-17318-DS. And we have Joshua Higley in file 17-16932-DS. And finally, Joshua Higley in file 09-13021-DS, all involving bench warrant arraignments for failure to appear. So Mr. Higley, listen carefully. All of these are similar, but they are different specific bench warrant arraignments. The first bench warrant is in the matter of Levette Peel-Pole, and it indicates that you failed to appear as ordered on or about August 20th of 2025 for a show cause hearing in front of the referee Kyle Legal. The next matter is involving you and Carissa Mager. That indicates that you failed to appear on July 23rd, 2025 for a show cause hearing in front of the referee Kyle Legal. The next matter is involving the case of you versus Lindsay Butka, which indicates that you failed to appear on August 20th of 2025 for a show cause in front of referee Kyle Legal. The next matter is Cynthia Marion Burns versus Mr. Higley, and it indicates that you failed to appear on July 23rd of 2025 for a show cause hearing in front of referee Kyle Legal. The next matter is Mr. Higley versus Angela De La Rosa, which indicates that Mr. Higley failed to appear on July 23rd of 2025 for a show cause hearing in front of the referee Kyle Legal. And finally, the matter of Ashley Smith and Joshua Higley, where Mr. Higley failed to appear on July 23rd, 2025 for a show cause hearing in front of the referee Kyle Legal. Mr. Higley, do you understand the allegations made against you in these show cause matters?
Yeah, but I thought all these cases were from the 20th and there's no skip court dates on the 23rd.
Well, all I can tell you is that there were a few of them that were involving July the 23rd. 3 or 4 of them did involve August the 20th. If you wish to, and I'm going to tell you what your rights are in just a minute, if you wish to contest those, you certainly will have a right to do so. So let me tell you what your rights are, and then we can discuss what you want to do with all those things at that time. Do you understand the nature of the allegation made, though? It's a failure to appear either on July 23rd or on August 20th in front of Kyle Legal, the referee on the friend of the court matters. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. The maximum penalty for a contempt of court matter in a civil case would be an undetermined amount of jail time. If it was a criminal contempt, which I don't believe it is, that would be limited to 93 days in jail and or a $7,500 fine. Do you understand the nature of the maximum penalty in contempt of court situations?
I guess I don't understand that part now.
Right. What I want to tell you is here's what the worst case scenario could be. If it was civil contempt, that meaning if I want to do it civilly as opposed to criminally, it would have a undetermined amount of jail time that I could impose. I could keep giving you jail time if you kept doing something wrong. This, I believe, is probably not that. It's a criminal one, so the maximum penalty for that would be 93 days in jail and or a $7,500 fine. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Sorry about making that difficult to understand. I apologize for that. No, all right. So if you wish to, you have the following rights. You have the right to have to plead guilty or not guilty, or that is admit or deny responsibility for that. You have the right to be represented by an attorney, and we have Mr. Brown here today to represent you for today's purposes. And if you wish to have an attorney to represent you more fully, we would make sure that an attorney would be appointed for you. You also have the right to have a contested hearing. That would be like a mini trial. You do not have the right to have a jury trial. It would only be in front of me as the judge. At that hearing, you'd have the right to testify, or you could remain silent. You'd have the right to see, hear, and question all the witnesses against you. You'd have the right to present witnesses and evidence on your own behalf. You can get a subpoena from the court to require those witnesses to appear and testify. You'd have the right to have the burden of proof remain with the friend of the court's office or the probation department. And that would be by a preponderance of the evidence. That is a little bit more evidence on one side than the other. And finally, you'd have the right to appeal. Do you understand all of the rights that I've given to you?
Yes.
Do you wish to have an attorney represent you as to these matters?
I just want to get it taken care of.
Well, I can understand that, but the question really is, do you want to take care of it well? And if so, do you want to have an attorney, or do you want to represent yourself?
No, I would love it, an attorney. So
tell me that again, because I didn't quite understand. Do you want an attorney? Yes or no?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. We will appoint a court-appointed counsel unless I hear otherwise. Mr. Brown, have you talked to him previously about court-appointed counsel? I'm sorry, Mr. Brown, you're on mute.
I apologize, Your Honor. He would qualify, and I sent that in.
All right. So, Mr. Higley, the attorney that deals with that, the administrator of the court-appointed attorneys, his name is Mr. Gilo. So Mr. Brown has sent that information to Mr. Gilo. I will approve that recommendation. But Mr. Gilo, well, Mr. Gilo is simply the one who appoints the specific attorney. Most likely it will not be Mr. Gilo, but he will appoint whichever attorney is next on the list for you. So in the meantime, while that attorney is going to get a hold of you, but while we're waiting for that to happen, I'm going to make sure that we have your rights protected so that you have a chance to talk to that attorney first, and then you can decide where to go and what to do with this. So we will appoint the attorney for you. In the meantime, we will then address bond on these issues to determine whether or not you should be released and under what conditions you should be released pending that court hearing. Okay. And then we will set a court date at the next available time and have that contested hearing that you most likely want to have. So right now there are bonds that have been previously set in each of these matters, and I want to tell you what that is, and then I'll give Mr. Brown and the friend of the court's office an opportunity to tell me anything else that they want me to know. And then I'll also give you an opportunity to tell me anything that you want me to know about those bond issues as well. So let me tell you what bond has already previously been set in each of these cases. In the matter of Ms. Lavette Peel Pole, a $700 cash bond has been set in that matter. In the matter of Carissa Mager, a $750 cash bond has been set. In the matter of Lindsay Butka, a cash bond of $2,025 has been set. In the matter of Cynthia Burns, the cash bond of $650 has been set. In the matter of Angela De La Rosa, a cash bond of $850 has been set. And in the matter of Ashley Smith, a cash bond in the matter of in the amount of $4,100 has been set. That's a total of $9,075. And the way that those amounts have been arrived at is typically a quarter of the amount that's owed in back arrears or child support that has not been paid. A quarter of that amount for each of those files is used as the cash bond. So that's where those numbers came from. Am I correct with that, Ms. Kraus?
You are correct.
All right. So that's where those numbers were obtained from, and that's done because there's a statute, a law that says that that's what the bond is to be unless the court changes it to something different. And there are very limited circumstances under which I can give a different bond than that. So that's what the bond is right now. Mr. Brown, is there anything else that you want me to be aware of or any other indicators that you think that I should know about at this time?
The only thing I can say, Your Honor, is he is currently working right now. He does advise me that he does have some money that he could hopefully put toward these. I did not realize there were 6 cases. I thought there were 4. I guess I would probably have to defer to Ms. Kraus to see.
6 cases so far. He could have another, 10 mothers of his children running around out there who have not filed child support on him yet. See
if there's anything that would be acceptable to her, or if there's any kind of payment arrangement that might be able to be acceptable to the friend of the court.
All right, thank you. Ms. Kraus, any other information that you would like me to be aware of?
So I guess a breakdown of the entire 6 cases, if that would be appropriate, just to touch base on all of them.
Please.
His support obligation is $608 for his currently charging cases, which there are 4. The total balance for all the cases are $36,544.97. The arrears total is $36,136.97. The last time the defendant met his support obligation for these cases was back in April of 2024. And then at that point, his arrears only cases, $12.80 dispersed to both of those. 2 of the cases, the one with, bear with me, I apologize, with Lindsay, the 2017 cases, there was a stipulation agreed to with only an additional amount of $50 towards arrears that hadn't been met. And then also, most recently, the 2024 case was also a stipulation to just have $50 go towards arrears. Only one of the case would be a first finding potentially of contempt. The other cases are at least a second subsequent finding.
And remind me of what a second contempt finding allows.
Up to 90-day commitment.
Yeah, I just wanted to have Mr. Higley aware of what he's looking at. Yeah. Mr. Higley, what that means is that the friend of the court typically does what's called a graduated scale. If this is your first time being held in contempt, there's a much lower penalty. A second time being held in contempt has a higher penalty of up to 90 days being held over your head. And so that's why I asked her to explain that so that you'd be aware of that.
Appreciate it.
All right, so here's the deal. It looks like you owe correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Kraus, but $608 total on the currently charging monthly payments. Is that correct?
Correct. And 2 of those does have the ordered on arrears of just $50.
Okay, is that included within the 608 that fit those 2 $50 ones?
It is. The other amounts is just current support.
All right, and then so there would be 2 additional or 4 additional cases where there's not an ordered on arrears amount yet?
Correct.
All right. So, Mr. Higley, you have a huge hill to climb here. You owe about a little over $36,000 in total in back child support. You have $608 pending every month, and that doesn't include on 4 cases any amount towards that $36,000. And so that 36 is only going to go up if you don't make your payments. And the last time that you made your payments was a year and 4 months ago. That's why you're in jail. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. So tell me what you think that you can do immediately to get out of jail.
Well, I have $750 cash to my name. I do have full-time employment with ASAP Roofing. Friday is another payday. I have employment opportunities at BC Pizza as well. Didn't want to have to take on another part-time job, but I mean, I felt myself getting behind as well, and I'm just trying to get forward. Graduated drug court June of last year, and yeah, I'm just trying to get back on my feet. I had some struggles last month. I'm sorry.
I was just going to ask.
Last month.
Go ahead.
I had struggles last month with vehicle, and I had to come up with ways to get back and forth to work. If my mom couldn't take me, then I had to find a ride with somebody that I worked with if they were on the same job site. So I mean, I fell behind, and yeah, I'm not making excuses. I own up to it.
So where are you working right now full time at?
ASAP Roofing.
Yeah, and is that going to be for the foreseeable future, or is that just a seasonal job?
That's all year long, bud. Your Honor.
All right. How long have you been working there?
I came back from North Dakota in 2019, so roughly about the last 5 years. I had knee surgery, and I had about a 1.5 year gap in between the last 5-6 years.
So how long have you been working there this time? How long straight have you been working there?
This is my 2nd year back.
Okay. So we could be doing an income withholding order from you for that, right?
And you guys have tried, but my boss won't send it out because I get paid cash. So I've been trying to do my own thing so I can do my 1099 and stuff as well. So
No wonder he has skirted paying child support. He's working under the table.
all
right. Ms. Krause, did you have something to say about that?
Yep, specifically in regards to that employer. Mr. Higley and myself have had conversation regarding this. He did indicate to the referee at a hearing back in July of 2024 that he started back there working 3 weeks prior to that hearing, and he was working 38 hours weekly. So we have had several conversations about a promise to pay and going to pay. And most recently, he contacted our office the day before the July hearing for 4 of his cases to indicate that he was working part-time at an additional job and making at least $400 from additional side jobs, but again, still no payments.
That doesn't bode very well for you, Mr. Higley. That doesn't give me a real confidence in letting you out.
Well, the side job never took off. I mean, I had friends that ever since the ice storm and stuff, they've asked for help. I got my grandparents, I got my uncle. Right now, I got their roof sitting that I could go do when I get out. That's guaranteed money as well. Yeah, I mean, I still got employment with ASAP. So,
all right.
I'm just trying not to get farther behind on everything else as well. I mean, it's just going to be a repeat of 4 years ago for me, going back down the meth alley and all that if I get out, and I don't need them highlights of my life anymore. So
Wait, did he say meth alley? I swear I heard meth alley.
I'm just trying to move forward. I don't need setbacks, and I realize that I'm doing it to myself, and that's why I just think if I had a check job, things would be 9 chances out of 10 a lot more easy. I wouldn't have to worry about being able to take time off to go make a payment front of the court, missing that day worth of work to do it, or getting paid half a day or whatnot. So
I get it. That might be a good reason to find another employer, but at the moment, I'm not going to make you choose between an employer. That's up to you. And I can't make you work a second job. If I were you, I would get a second job because that's a fast way to make a few bucks. And that I got to tell you this, if you're making payments, I'm not even going to be thinking about sending you to jail. But if you're not making your payments and you haven't been, I'm seriously considering letting you sit for a while so that you understand how serious I am about this. So that's the difference between what you've done in the past and what you should be doing. So I'm not going to tell you you have to get a second job, but if I were you, it's kind of like buying insurance, right? You hope you never need it, but if you do need it, at least you got something to fall back on. If you're making payments, you're making basically a deposit in my goodwill. You're saying, hey, Judge, I'm trying, I'm doing extra, I'm working an extra job that I don't have to just to stay out of jail, just in case I miss a couple payments here and there. But I got to tell you, this skating by and not making payments for years at a time, that makes me want to throw you in jail right now and leave you there. You understand what I'm saying to you?
I do, Your Honor.
So tell me what's the best that you can do right now to get out of jail? What's the biggest thing that you can do? What's the best payment you can make? What's the biggest promise that you can give me that you think that you can actually do that I can say, all right, that's good enough to get out of jail today on?
Well, I got, like I said, I have $750 cash available. And Friday, with me missing today and work, possible another $800 on Friday. That'd be $1,550. And I still got 2 roofs to finish up in my family, my Uncle Ron and my grandparents. 2 panels on one and 4 rows on the other.
What do we talk? What kind of money are we talking about from the roofing jobs for your family members?
With my uncle, it'd be a couple $100. It's nothing big. And then my grandparents, they were the reason why I was able to pay to get my truck out of the shop, actually, to go back to work this time around for Sam.
So you're going to do the roof because they've already paid you your truck bill, right?
Oh yeah, and all right. I mean, it's mostly done. I got 2 panels left on their house to do and some side trim. So,
all right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to leave you penniless. You're going to pay $608 to get out of jail today because that's what you owe for this month. And then I'm going to do a PR bond with the same dollar amounts still in place. So you're going to get a personal recognizance bond, meaning that you get out of jail free, but you owe me that money if you don't make your payments. We're going to schedule a hearing at the end of every month. And if you haven't made your payment by the hearing date, if you haven't made your $608 payment, you're going to go back into jail for 7 days. Period. End of story. And then you're going to get out the next month and you're still going to owe $608. And we're going to do that for the next 6 months until you learn to make your payments every month as required. You understand all that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. In addition to that, you've told me that you have about $1,600 or $1,500 that you think you can pay. So within 10 days of today, you're going to come up with another $600.
Oh my God. Judge is not playing.
I'm leaving you some money to work with there, to eat with, and the gas to get back and forth to work. So 608 today, another $600 within 10 days, and then you still got to make your 608 for next month. You understand what I've just said to you?
Yes.
So there's today is going to cover August. The next $600 is an extra payment that's going to be applied to all your cases for the arrears, and then you still got to make your normal September payment.
Your Honor.
You understand? Go ahead.
That amount would only cover his charging cases, nothing towards the 2 arrears cases.
I know it.
Okay, sorry. Thank you.
I know it. So next month's hearing, I'm going to ask the friend of the court to make a recommendation as to what the ordered on arrears amount should be going forward in the future. That's going to be based on what you currently make and what they think that you can pay based on their child support guidelines from the state of Michigan as to what the ordered on arrears amount. They'll make that recommendation and you'll be able to argue for it or against it if you wish to. Okay, so I'm not going to do it today because I don't know enough about your income levels yet. Okay, so you're going to pay me $608 to get out today because that's what it takes every month. You're going to give me $600 extra to make up in some small way for the year and a half that you haven't paid anything on your cases. And then every month thereafter, you owe me $608 a month until we get an ordered on arrears amount. And then it probably will go up. So it takes a little bite out of that $36,000 that you owe in back child support. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So I will see you again next month. I'll get the paperwork over to you as quickly as possible today so that you can get out today, hopefully, once you've paid that $608. And then you got 10 days to get me another $600. And then you've got the end till the end of the month or close to it in September to pay your normal $608. And at that hearing at the end of September, we'll discuss what you pay towards your back child support. Any questions about anything?
No, Your Honor.
All right, that'll be the order of the court today. Good luck to you, Mr. Higley.
Thank you. Would that be all, Your Honor?
That's all for today.
Oh, and keep it in your pants, Mr. Higley. Please keep it in your pants. Oh boy, that was fun. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me tonight, sticking with me the whole 2 hours. Oh my goodness. I had so much fun. You guys are great. Hello, Eileenie Carlin, sweetie. Did you see Billy doing his on his back and shuffling under the couch thing earlier, Eileen? It's at the very beginning. I think you would love it. Oh, ouch. I laughed so hard. Oh my gosh, that's such typical Billy behavior. But I don't ever get to catch it on camera. That's the thing. They always do wild, crazy stuff. But the minute that camera's going, they just sit there. They don't do nothing. Nothing at all. Aw, you're just a sweetheart. Thank you. And apparently hype the videos. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, time for bed. I love you all so much. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.